Dr. J here, looking forward to sharing with you today. The topic is 10 boosters for probiotic health, and make sure that you share this with anyone because it applies to everyone, okay? So here we go. If you were ever born via C-section, listen up. If you were ever not fed via breast milk, okay? If you've ever taken an antibiotic, either orally or topically, if you've eaten conventional meat or dairy or eggs, because they're loaded with antibiotics, if you've ever taken a medication, if you have ever been in a place where you have the air that you've breathed is toxic, a lot of fires out here in California, you'll know what I'm talking about, painting in a room, smelling the gasoline at the gas pump, things like that, toxic smells that you've ingested. If you've ever used topical hand sanitizer, if you have ever gotten angry, because your emotions can kill off your probiotics, it's true. Or if you've ever eaten a ton of sugar, or if you've ever had a little bit of caffeine, all of those can damage your probiotics, okay? So you need to be getting boosted with probiotics. So how are we going to do that? So that's basically everyone across the board. So please like and share this because everybody's in need of hearing it. We need to have our probiotics. It's proven scientifically across the board that we need our probiotics in order to have great health and longevity. Okay, so the first one I want to talk about is sauerkraut. Okay, the word sauerkraut means sour vegetables. Okay, so sour is powerful. All right, it's basically cultured cabbage or pickled cabbage. Okay, and it gives you so many probiotics. It's just so good. You can have 1 to 3 teaspoons, a little bit with each meal would be such a bonus, okay? It has what they call, one of the probiotics is Lactobacillus plantarum, which increases your ability to absorb your nutrients and just repopulates the gut health, okay? Just Lactobacillus plantarum, all right? In Korea, they have what's called kimchi, which is cultured vegetables, fermented vegetables. It's a little spicier. I like that one a little bit more. Okay, number 2 would be miso. Miso is a soup. In Japan. It is a fermented soy. Sometimes soy gets a bad rap, but as a fermented soy, it becomes a prebiotic for the gut. And you can just drink the broth alone. It has seaweed in it, and it really is very good. Tastes good. It doesn't taste, you can't taste the seaweed. But anyway, it's very good prebiotic and it really nurtures the gut, okay? The studies have shown that it increases your gut biome 3 to 4-fold, just taking miso soup, the broth in, okay? Fabulous. All right, number 3 is yogurt, kefir, or Amasi, okay? So if you get it from cow, get it grass-fed. That's a real must, okay? You need grass-fed organic cow whole milk, not low fat, okay? Or even better is sheep or goat yogurt, kefir, or Amasi. Very, very, very good for you, okay? And it is fermented dairy. Here we go again, you know, sour is power, all right? So it's fermented dairy. And as long as you can handle dairy, it's a bonus for your gut biome. So we need to add in this fermented dairy. It's so high in probiotics. I know that I have patients that have constipation. I've just put them on goat yogurt or goat kefir actually, with a little bit of flax oil and a little bit of flax meal, and they became regular within a couple of weeks, okay? And then we had to just add in the probiotics and we just got going. So this list of 10, you need to pick some and just start adding them in and seeing how it goes. Your belly will adjust to the probiotic gut health. Really, there'll be a die-off and you will just get real balanced. You will enjoy it. Okay, so number 4 is apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar has something called acetobacter, and that populates acetic acid and malic acid, thereby nurturing your gut health, okay? So apple cider vinegar, 1 to 3 teaspoons, again, it can be even up to a tablespoon depending on how much you weigh. You put in a little bit of water before each meal, warm water, and drink it down. Some people like to add a little honey. I prefer not to have the calories, and I don't need the sugar. So if you as you get used to it, it'll be fine. You just put in a little bit of warm water, drink it down, and then have your meal. Blessing to your gut, okay? Number 5, ding, ding, ding. This is the best. These most probiotics you will find in a small amount and the product is called Natto. Natto is from Indonesia and Japan. Okay, it's a fermented soy again, and this is like the triple health bonus, okay, because it's loaded with probiotics, it's loaded with a vitamin K, and it's loaded with MK7. MK7 is menoquinone, okay, 7, and that is bonus for the heart and the bones. Very, very good for you, okay? It also has Bacillus subtilis, which is just another great probiotics. But anyway, the studies show that it's 3 trillion CFU per serving. And natto is used as a condiment. So you just take it and you put it on top of things to jazz up the taste of it. The only side effect that I don't like about natto is it stinks, okay? So you just gotta move past it and make it a condiment and put it on, burgers and your rice. It jazzes it up a little bit, but it is by far the best for a probiotic booster for your gut, okay? So that is number 5. Number 6 is tiger nut. This is a tuber and it's grown in like Africa, South America, Northern Europe, but the good news is we can get it in the United States at your local health food store, okay? It can come in the form of milk, it can come in the form of flour, or you can just eat it because it's kind of sweet, small like a peanut, but the hull is huge. Regardless, what you need to know about it, it is a resistant starch with fiber, okay? So not all tubers are classified the same because a potato is a tuber, but it's high in disaccharides and loaded with sugar and 0, sadly, fiber, okay? Where tiger nut is not that. It is a tuber with resistant starch and fiber. So you can add it in, it's easy. You can eat a couple if you want before each meal. You can start cooking with it and adding it to, some baking, or you can drink the milk. Any and all ways is good because it's real mild and you will like the taste of it. So that's good to know. I've had a patient who was low in B12 and they were getting injections every month because they could not stabilize even with taking a supplement. And so I said, look, let's get you on some of these wonderful probiotic boosters and let's see if your body can then begin to carry itself. And lo and behold, after 3 months, her body began to carry its own ability to make B12. She was still taking it in as a supplement, but she didn't have to get the shots all the time, okay? So tune into that, all right? So your body, once the probiotics are there, will build its nutrient base as well and carry you further, all right? And so let's see, number 7 is Kvaas, okay? That is fermented beet juice. Just a swig before your meals, every meal, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, will just enhance your microbiome in your gut, okay? So it's because it's beets, it's gonna be full of nitric oxide, which will energize you and increase your stamina. I wanted to add that it ignites your gut health. It ignites it, it fuels it. So please, you will like Kvaas, try it. I know people talk a lot about kombucha. Kombucha is more like a dessert. I don't just like pound it, I used to a lot, but then I learned because of how sweet it is, and I didn't want it. But if you add some chia seeds to it, it tastes pretty good. So number 8 is Bacteriophage. Okay, phage or phage, however you say it, means killer. Phage means killer, so bacteria killer. This is actually a friendly virus. When you take it in, it kills off E. coli. and makes way for you to produce more healthy probiotics in your gut. Okay, did you hear that? Okay, it is a bacteria killer. It's this friendly virus goes in and it will kill E. coli in your gut and promote growth of probiotics 7 to 8-fold. It's found in certain types of cheeses. It's found in your tears, interestingly, and it's found in the ocean. So if you start taking it just a little bit, it doesn't have any side effects to the stomach because it's not a fiber. So it's not going to give you gas and bloating. So it's gentle on your tummy. I love it. Okay. Number 9. Okay, is cultured whey. Okay, so cultured whey is not the same as whey protein that you take in a protein drink that is just loaded with dairy. Cultured whey is dairy, so you have to be able to handle dairy in order to take in cultured whey. Okay, there's so many studies on it, but they have created a cleanse called a Sauerkraut cleanse, which is cultured whey, to boost your immune system and cleanse you and bring in more probiotics into your gut. So cultured whey, very good for you, okay? And let's see, last but certainly not least is bone broth. Okay, so get this, bone broth, they did studies in 2017 that were showing how bone broth was becoming a prebiotic. It's positioning it to a prebiotic, which is amazing because it's so nurturing and so high in minerals and vitamins for the gut. It's going into a classification of a prebiotic. It's not quite there yet, but still, I love that. Okay, so bone broth, remember, bone broth isn't a fiber, okay? It's not a probiotic, and it's not a resistant starch, okay? So, and that's okay. But it is being positioned as a probiotic promoter. Hallelujah, because we need it, okay? So those are my top 10. Fabulous. Okay, I'm asked a lot about Candida in my clinic. How do you help it? So any combination of what we're talking about here will help just about any sickness and disease. And it depends on how little probiotic you have and how bad your gut health is to how long it will take to grow it and improve it, okay? So be patient with yourself. We're all different, okay? Though for Candida, though, I love Kvaas, okay? Kvaas has lactic acid, and it will kill Candida, can't live. The other thing is Natto is great because Natto is fabulous. Zone of inhibition, that means Candida cannot live where Natto is present in your gut. So wow to that, right? So then thirdly for Candida, just bone broth, okay? Because when you're taking in bone broth, even a bone broth fast would get you ahead of the game a little bit. Candida can't grow, okay? So fabulous, good news, okay? I hope that all this information has helped you, okay? As we take our next step together towards health, right? Remember that you are not what you eat. You are actually what you absorb, okay? So be blessed with all these fabulous choices on how you can move forward in your health. Thanks for tuning in today. Bless you.